What's up, everyone? So it's Joshua Bass, and I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys through an entire assembly of my Autopilot 136. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and get it on these stools to get a better platform to work on instead of bending over and having to work on it on the floor. Also, that'll allow me to remove all the cardboard and wrapping that the Autopilot 136 came with. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it on these stools. All right, so now that we have the Kayak up on the stools and giving us a better platform to work on, now we're gonna go ahead and work from front to rear. Before we do that, we have to remove the trolling motor that is in the back of the Kayak. They store it in the rear of the Kayak. It's bungeed down by the Kayak bungees that comes with it. Also, they put it in a cardboard box. So Old Town really goes out of their way to make sure that everything is very well protected and that there's no damage on shipping. So without further ado, it is tied down with a tie down or a tie strap, zip tie. So in order to go ahead and remove the trolling motor from the Kayak, we're gonna go ahead and cut the zip tie that's in the bottom and then remove the bungees, which will allow us to remove the trolling motor and go ahead and set it up front. So here we go. Go ahead and cut this. That's cut. Move the bungees. And that's all you need to do. All right, so we have the trolling motor. We took it off the zip tie, and on the Kayak itself, we're gonna go ahead and take it out of this box. And you can see Old Town and Minn Kota do a really good job on protecting your investment. They have a lot of wrapping on it. Again, it's on a cardboard box. It comes with just wrapping over the actual trolling motor, and it's honestly just amazing how they go ahead and they care for their customers. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take it out of the box completely, and we'll move over here. So the Old Town comes with this lid here that you place in the cockpit of the trolling area when you're not running the trolling motor. So we'll go ahead and set this down. I honestly never use that because I'm always running the trolling motor. So this trolling motor, if you look here, it has a bracket. And in this bracket, the Kayak just lines up. The trolling motor just lines up right inside that bracket and just falls right in place. So you gotta go in an angle and you should hear it click. Just like that. And this is gonna be the trolling motor cable that goes into this socket here. But before we do that, we have to put some type of lubrication on there. So we will leave that off for now. And we also have to install the prop. Another thing I like to mention before we move forward with the trolling motor, I probably should have started with this first, because considering that we're starting from front to back, this is the very first thing that I always mount on my kayak. This is a Rogue strap. This Rogue strap allows me to have total control over my kayak. Whether I'm dragging it through some grass, if I push it off my trailer or I push it off the back of my truck into the water, this allows me to have total control of it and never really losing it. And it's very important to have this in any of those scenarios. So I always like to mount this up front on the handle. So once I go ahead and have it on its handle with the carabiner, this thing is not going anywhere at all. So once I'm complete with that, I go ahead and wrap it up here, and I'll go ahead and show you where I store it. So it sits there nice and out of the way. I also like to run a light here, which I'll go ahead and show you that next. So Guardian Angel went ahead and sent me this. This is a rubber strap. What I use this for is I put it on the front of the handle, and then I place my navigation lights up there. You need those for when you're basically in bigger lakes where there's boats, or if you're competing in tournaments, they recommend that you have that. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, most, if not every tournament requires you to have it. So you guys check this out. This is by Guardian Angel. Go ahead and show you guys this. So basically what it does is the handle goes here, and then this thing is kind of like a watch. It clips on just like this. And then you go ahead and you mount your light here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna place it here. Beautiful. So Guardian Angel has, this is the light by the way. Guardian Angel has different types of lights, different colors, white, green, red, white and green, strobe. They have numerous lights, so you guys go check it out. They also have this magnet here, super strong. If you see it, almost pulled it out of my hand. I used to run it with Velcro, and I would just Velcro it on my kayak. It wouldn't go anywhere. But like I said, everybody from Guardian Angel sent me these awesome accessories, and I just honestly, I'm very happy with it. So the way it's ran, it's basically the same thing. It's magnetic, but instead of running the lights on Velcro, I run it now on the strap. Super strong, super sturdy, not going anywhere. I mean, this thing is a complete stud of an accessory. So very happy with that. And let's move along. All right, so now that we've completed and mounted the Guardian Angel light, which are my nav lights, we went ahead and mounted the Rogue strap to go ahead and pull the kayak around and have positive control. Let's go ahead and, I got a little excited. I jumped to the trolling motor first in the beginning of the video, but let's go ahead and move to the trolling motor now and mount the prop and put the lubrication it needs to put on top of the, or inside of the cable. So let's get this trash out of the way. So now, if you own or you're thinking about owning a Autopilot 136, you know or you will know that all the accessories for the trolling motor come inside the battery box. So it comes with this like tackle box, if you will. This has the remote. It has everything from the handles that you need to put on later on, which we'll get to. It comes with the prop nut, and the screw. It also comes with instructions on how to put your battery and also the cable to the trolling motor. So it comes in very good handy. And again, a lot of cardboard and protection for your investment. First things first, we'll get the paperwork out of the way and we'll set that down. We'll get to the remote after. I am looking for the silicone. That's the first thing I want to put on. It's to prevent corrosion and help with the longevity, again, on your investment, right? If you guys follow the page or the channel, you'll know that I've had an orange one, an Autopilot 136 orange one, and I've mounted the trolling motor the same way. I put all this on it, and I never ever had a problem with my trolling motor cable. So I'm very happy with the performance of Old Town. So the remote that the Old Town 136 and 120 come with is an iPilot remote. This is the one that controls the trolling motor. Comes with batteries already installed, so that's pretty nice. So you just hold the check button, hit OK, and that's it. Now, it says motor not found because I still haven't installed the batteries to the trolling motor, which once I do that, we'll get around to doing that and making sure that it works, which I'm almost positive that it will. So as you can see, there's a lot of options on this remote. There's the home, there's the speed, turning the trolling motor left and right, spot lock, which is this anchor, the north button. I mean, this goes so in depth on what you can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the seat in position. This seat has two positions. It has a low one with low brackets, and then it has a higher fitting one. I typically like to sit a little higher when I fish. So go ahead and clamp that down. Boom, perfect. And then has this strap here, and it sits right on here, just like that. Obviously this is adjustable for your back. You're definitely not gonna be sitting like that when you're fishing. That's pretty funny. But we'll go ahead and sort it out just to give you guys a better idea of what it looks like. I go ahead and set this up more when I sit down, but we'll get to the chair now. I just wanted to clear some space out of the cockpit area. So Yak Attack went ahead and sent me this cup holder. If you guys follow my previous videos, you know that I either use this for drinks or my firearm, depending on what I want to put in there. Typically it's my firearm because it's a very secure location for it for me. And I also have built-in cup holders in the Autopilot 136. So like it doesn't really make sense for me to put my firearm in those cup holders because they sit a little lower, and I like how my firearm sits in this cup holder per se. But I'll go ahead and I'll put like drinks in this cup holder here or on the other side. So like I said, I use this for other purposes than what it really is for, but I mean, just so you can see, this is a Battleship Gray. And thank you Yak Attack for sending me this. Honestly, it's something so simple, but it's just awesome. I also put my pliers in here. I'll put extra lures. I'll drop some extra lures in here. It just comes in handy. I'll go ahead and slide this into the rail system, and then you can just spin it until it gets nice and snug. And it's perfect right there. The pliers that I use comes with a clip on the holster. I'll just go ahead and clip it here. And once again, I've lost pliers as well. So I carabine everything and tether everything to my kayak, so I never have to deal with losing that again. I just simply put it like that. use it, put it back, and it works just fine. All right guys, so this is my catch board. I went ahead and customized this myself. You could go on their website. Catch does an awesome job on making your catch boards. It's, I mean, great material, hard, durable. It has the ability to have a tournament tag for the code for your tournaments. You could personalize it. As you can see here, I put brass to bass there. I also put brass to bass there. Get yourself a catch board. A catch board is pretty cool. I mean, you can measure out your fish for tournaments or for your personal bests. And you could personalize it how you want, choose the color. I mean, there's an endless amount of things you could do with this. It's pretty cool. So check them out. I'll go ahead and grab this tether and the carabiner, and I will clip it on to the seat itself. So it'll be right there. It's out of the way. Whenever I want to measure a fish, basically it sits just like this. So to go ahead and record myself catching bass, I run a Dakota Lithium Powerbox 10 amp. This thing is sick. You can charge your phone, you could keep your GoPros or any accessories that you use to record yourself. You could keep them charged all day running. You have the ability to have light, which these two LED lights are pretty bright. I put this inside facing this way. So if I need light inside the cockpit of my kayak at night, this gives me the capability to use it and to see. Also has a cigarette port. I've never used that, but I mean, I'm sure somebody out there will. I mean, maybe one day I'll come across using it myself, but for the most part, I just use the USB side. It also has a Type-C port for iPhones. So if you need to charge your iPhone, or if you have an Android and want to charge it with a USB side, you can do so. It's pretty sick. So I go ahead and put that here, and I'll run my cable around the handle of it. For right now, it's gonna be loose how it is, but I put Velcro under it. I just have to put another strip here, and that's where I mount it. And again, you can see here, if you want some light, boom, you have light inside the cockpit. So something new that I'm gonna be running on this kayak, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm extremely excited on this setup because it's gonna be completely different from my last kayak. This kayak here is gonna be ran with a captain's bridge. So I've seen some people run this kind of setup online, and I've always thought about doing it. I really like the idea, and there's a reason for it. My last kayak, I ran one graph. This season, I'm gonna be running two. So one graph is gonna be ran with Mega Live 2. The other graph is gonna be for like my chart, side imaging, down imaging. So in order to run two, instead of having one on one side, one on the other, my last kayak, I had one graph on the right-hand side. This time I'll be running two graphs next to each other, straight down the middle. And I can't do it without captain's bridge. So this setup is gonna be pretty sick. It also comes with these two Yak Attack accessories. So that way it gets put into this little slot. I mean, this is awesome. I've never even mounted this before, so you guys are gonna be the first ones to see me mount it. All right, so as you guys saw, it was a pretty quick and easy install of the captain bridge. The captain's bridge is, from what I can see, very sturdy. It's pretty cool that it has a ruler on it. Helps with keeping everything equally measured out, so happy about that. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there. I think it's gonna be a little bit easier to take the videos and break it apart in different parts, this one being part 1. If you guys like the build, please give it a like. If there's something specific that you like or specific that you want more information on, please comment down below. So you guys do not miss part 2 and part 3 and so forth of the build. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that way you guys can be aware when I drop the next video, which should be coming soon. Listen, I'm very happy with this build. I love the color. It just feels very fresh. It's the same one I had before. It's an Autopilot 136. This is my second Autopilot 136. I'm very happy with this kayak. Old Town, you guys knocked it out the park. But honestly, I just love the way it's coming along. Little things here and there that I've done differently, color being one of them, Captain Bridge being the second thing I've done different in this build. Guardian Angel, again, thank you guys sending me this light with this mount here, this bracket. That's something different. I used to run this light on top with a GoPro, with Velcro, and then I would run my GoPro up here with Velcro. I'm not doing that anymore. I have everything tethered down in different mounts. I'll probably run the GoPro up here, which we will get to how I run GoPros and different cameras and where I'm going to be putting them in a later video. So please, again, subscribe. It means the world to me. I have fun doing this. Honestly, I just post this to, you know, look back on my journey, share it with you guys, for you guys who are really enjoying it. And man, I just can't get enough of it. And I'm really looking forward to part 2. So if you are too, again, please like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.